So, hello students, welcome to the another video session on RC Academy. I am Sharayu Nagpure, the biology faculty in RC Academy, Nashik. So, today we are going to start the new chapter for 12th class. First chapter we are going to study over here, and that is the reproduction in lower and higher plants. So, in this unit we have to cover the what exactly meant by the reproduction, different types of or modes of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, then some detailed terminology related with the sexual reproduction. So, all these things we have to cover in this particular unit. So, one by one we are going to cover. So, let us start the unit reproduction in lower and higher plants. So, first of all we must know the definition of reproduction. What exactly mean by the reproduction? So, reproduction is the process of formation of new individual from the parent cell. This is called as the reproduction. It is the process by which the organisms gives rise to new individuals of their own kind. So, this is the most important word over here we are using. It is the process by which organism gives rise to new individuals of their own kind. As we observe in nature, when we observe the mango tree, that mango tree will give rise to the mango fruits. We observe mango fruits, and further we can see the seed over there. Then if we sow that particular seed in the soil, that seed is again responsible for the generation of the mango plant again. So, this is the process of reproduction. Mango plant will give rise to again new mango plant. This is nothing but the reproduction, and this phenomenon is going to occur in each and every individual. That parent cell will give rise to new individuals of their own kind. So, this is simply the reproduction. So, before going to the details of reproduction, we must know one important terminology over here. Every organism gives birth to its offspring, and from birth it will undergo many phases up to its death. So, this period of living organism from birth to death is divided into many phases. It undergo many phases of growth. So, first phase after birth is called as the juvenile phase. Juvenile phase. What happens in this particular phase? This phase, or in plants we can say it is vegetative phase. So, this phase includes the rapid growth of that organism until it reaches up to the maturity, or it enters into the reproductive phase. It attains the full growth over here, and after attaining the full growth, it enters into the new phase, and that new phase is called as the reproductive phase. Then it undergo in reproductive phase. So, this reproductive phase, when it comes, then that particular organisms have ability to give rise to the new individuals of their own kind. This is the reproductive phase. After completion of this certain period of reproductive phase, organisms undergo aging process. When we talk about the human beings, we call the aging, or in plants one word is there, that is the senescence. Plant undergoes senescence. So, this is the phase after aging or senescence, death will occur. Death of an organism will occur. So, this whole period from birth to death, including different phases of the life. This period is called as the lifespan of an organism. Lifespan of an organism. So this is the most important terminology while we are going to study the reproduction in case of organisms. So in this unit we are focusing only this much phase. This particular phase we are focusing in this unit, reproductive phase. So got the concept of lifespan of an organism. We can take a few examples over here when we talk about the lifespan. So this may vary depending upon the organism. So if suppose I take the mayfly, which is also known as the one-day insect. So what is the lifespan of this particular mayfly? Only the lifespan of this mayfly is only 24 hours. Means within then 24 hours, that mayfly gives birth or hatches from the egg, then undergo the juvenile phase, that is called as the pupa. From pupa, adult will develop, undergoes molting processes, and that adult enters into the reproductive phase. It reproduces, then undergo aging and up to the death. So whole process of this lifespan, whole processes occur within only 24 hours. So this is the insect which is called as the one-day insect, which have the shortest lifespan, one-day insect or mayfly. If we talk about the longest lifespan, many examples are there. Longest lifespan, we can take the tortoise. Tortoise is having the lifespan near about 300 to 400 years. Then we can take human beings. So the approximate lifespan of human beings is to be considered, that is 100 years. And when we talk about the plants, so plants live thousands of years. They are having the longest lifespan, like example banyan tree, eucalyptus. So these kinds of trees or plants live thousands of years. So this is the short terminology of the lifespan of an organism. Then directly we will move towards the types of reproduction over here. So reproduction is the ability of the formation of new individuals of their own kind, which is very essential process for the continuity of the race or continuity of the life. This reproduction is divided into two types. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So what exactly the difference between these asexual and sexual reproduction? In asexual reproduction, this kind of reproduction is called as the uniparental, and this is called as the biparental. What is the meaning of this? In asexual kind of reproduction, only single parent is involved, and that single parent can give rise to the new individuals of their same type, right? While in sexual reproduction, there is involvement of two parents, male parent and female parent, which will give rise to the male and female gametes. Then that two gametes will fuse together so as to form the zygote, and that zygote is responsible for the development of the new organism. So this is the difference between asexual and sexual reproduction. As it is single parent is involved, there is no fusion of gametes. no fusion of gametes takes place over here, and in this part we can say that formation and fusion of gametes takes place. Fusion of gametes takes place, right? Then this in asexual methods of reproduction, this reproduces by only mitotic division. So mitotic kind of cell division is involved over here, which will give rise to the same progeny that is having the same genetical structure, while in case of sexual reproduction we can observe gamete formation requires the meiosis, and then after the zygote formation, that zygote will divide by mitotically, will give rise to the new individual. So both processes, meiosis and mitosis, are going to involve in case of sexual type of reproduction. So if mitotic division is involved in our sexual reproduction, we can get the clones. What is meant by clone? Clones are the progeny having same morphologically and genetical structure. That is nothing but the clones. Clones are going to obtain in case of asexual reproduction, which are morphologically as well as genetically similar, while in case of sexual reproduction, due to the fusion of two different gametes coming from the two different parents, male gamete and female gamete, there is the recombination is going to observe over there, and for after recombination is going to observe. Due to that recombination, we can observe the variations in the new individuals. We can observe the variations in the new individual. So that is the main difference between asexual type of reproduction and sexual type of reproduction. Now here again I can say over here there are many methods, different organisms, say starting from bacteria, then protozoa, amoeba, paramecium like organisms, algae, fungi. These are considered as the lower organisms, and majority of these lower organisms reproduces most of the time asexually. While when we talk about the higher plants like angiosperms are also called as the flowering plants. These angiosperms reproduces by the sexual mode of reproduction. In this particular unit, we have to discuss the all different kinds of asexual methods in case of lower organisms and sexual reproduction in the flowering plants. So this is the general overview regarding the unit reproduction in lower and higher plants. So in next lecture, we are going to start the different types of asexual reproduction methods in the lower plants. Thank you.